Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. If you're going to fail at something, fail big. Don't tiptoe through life with your head down, afraid to make a mistake. No, step boldly, take risks, and if you go down swinging. Because failure is not the end. Failure is the beginning. Most people hesitate when it comes to dreaming big. They shrink their vision, lower their expectations, and play it safe because they're afraid. Afraid of failure, afraid of disappointment, afraid of what others might say. But let me tell you something. Small dreams will never challenge you, never stretch you, never make you become who you were meant to be. And if your dreams don't make you a little uncomfortable, if they don't make your heart race with excitement, your stomach churn with nervous energy, then they aren't big enough. The greatest achievements in history didn't come from those who played it safe. They didn't come from people who settled for mediocrity. They came from those who dared to believe in the impossible. People who looked at the world and said, "Why not me? Why not now?" They faced the critics, the doubters, the obstacles, but they refused to back down. They saw something beyond the present reality. They saw the future before anyone else did, and they had the courage to chase it. So I ask you, what are you dreaming about? And are you willing to go after it, no matter the cost? Because that's the real question. It's easy to say you want something. It's easy to talk about success, but when it gets hard, when the road gets rough, when people laugh at you, doubt you, tell you it's impossible, will you still stand? Will you still fight? Will you still believe in your dream when no one else does? Because that's the test. The dreamers, the visionaries, the ones who change the world, they don't just wish for it, they commit to it. They sacrifice for it. They wake up early, stay up late, work when no one is watching, grind when no one is clapping, push forward when everything inside of them says to quit. They don't let fear dictate their future. They don't let failure define them. They use every setback as a setup for a comeback, every rejection as redirection, every obstacle as an opportunity to grow stronger, to get better, to prove to themselves that they are unstoppable. So don't dream small. Don't settle. Don't let fear keep you from reaching for something extraordinary. Dream big. Dream so big that people call you crazy. Dream so big that you wake up every morning with fire in your soul because you know you're chasing something worth fighting for. And then go after it with everything you've got. Because at the end of the day, it's not about whether the dream is possible. It's about whether you have the courage to make it real. A dream without a plan is nothing but a wish, a fleeting thought, a moment of excitement that fades when reality hits. You want success? You want to make an impact? Then you better be intentional. You better get serious about where you're going, because if you don't, life will pull you in every direction except the one you were meant to follow. Set goals, not just ideas floating in your head, but real, tangible goals. Write them down, make them plain, put them somewhere you can see them every single day, because when you can see it, you can believe it, and when you believe it, you can achieve it. Don't just wake up saying, "I want to be successful." No, that's too vague, too weak. Say, "I will build this business." Say, "I will write that book." Say, "I will change lives." Because when you declare it, when you make it real in your mind and in your heart, you give your dreams power. But understand this, success doesn't come to the unprepared. It doesn't fall into your lap just because you want it. It comes to those who are willing to put in the work, to plan, to strategize, to chase it down with clarity and relentless determination. You can't hit a target if you don't know what you're aiming at. You can't build something great if you don't have the blueprint. You have to know where you're going. And let me tell you, on this journey, you will get tired. You will get discouraged. You will wonder if it's worth it. That's why your goals can't just be about money or status or impressing people. That won't sustain you when the struggle gets real. Your goals have to be rooted in something deeper: purpose, passion, conviction. That's what will keep you moving when the obstacles come. That's what will make you push forward when you feel like quitting. You see, the difference between those who dream And those who achieve is not talent. It's not luck. It's commitment. The ones who make it are the ones who refuse to give up. The ones who get up early, stay up late, do what needs to be done even when no one is watching. The ones who don't just talk about success, they plan for it, they fight for it, they live for it. So today, right now, I challenge you, set your goals with purpose. Be clear, be bold, be intentional, and then chase them with everything you've got. Because your dream is waiting on you. Your success is waiting on you. The question is, will you step up and claim it? Failure is not the enemy, it's not the end. It's not the thing that should stop you, it's the thing that should push you forward. Because let me tell you something, you will fall. You will make mistakes, you will mess up. That's a guarantee. But the question is, what are you going to do when it happens? Are you going to stay down? Are you going to let failure define you, or are you going to use it? Are you going to turn that setback into a setup for something greater? See, the difference between the ones who make it and the ones who don't is not whether they fail, it's how they respond to failure. The people who succeed, the ones who break through, they don't run from failure. They don't let it paralyze them. No, they fall forward. They take the hit, they feel the pain, but they get back up, wiser. They get back up stronger. They get back up with a lesson that makes them better than before. Think about it. Every great success story you've ever heard is built on a foundation of failure. The greatest athletes, the most brilliant minds, the most successful entrepreneurs, they all failed over and over. They lost games, they got rejected, they went broke. They had people tell them, you can't do it, you're not good enough, it'll never happen for you. But they didn't let that be the final word. They used those failures as fuel. They studied their mistakes, they learned, they adapted, and they kept going. That's what you have to do. You don't fall backward. You don't retreat. You don't crumble under the weight of disappointment. You fall forward. You take that failure and you squeeze every last drop of wisdom from it. You figure out what went wrong, you adjust, and you come back swinging. You see, failure is not designed to stop you, it's designed to teach you. It's life's way of sharpening you, preparing you for the next level. So when you fall, and you will, fall forward. Fall in a way that moves you closer to your goal, not further from it. Fall in a way that forces you to grow, to stretch, to become better than you were before. Because if you're not failing, you're not trying. If you're not stumbling sometimes, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. Playing it safe, staying in your comfort zone, avoiding failure, that's the real failure. The path to success is paved with failures. So don't fear them. Don't run from them. Embrace them, learn from them, and use them to push yourself forward. Because the only way you truly fail is if you quit. The only way you lose is if you stop trying. So whatever happens, whatever challenges come your way, promise yourself this: you will keep moving. You will keep fighting. And no matter how many times you fall, you will always fall forward. Comfort is a trap. It feels good, it feels safe, but it will keep you stuck. It will hold you back from everything you are meant to become. If you want something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. That's the truth. You can't tiptoe your way to greatness. You can't stand on the sidelines of your own life, waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, the perfect conditions, because they don't exist. At some point you have to move. At some point you have to step out. Even when you're scared, even when you don't have all the answers, even when you don't know exactly how it's going to work out, because let me tell you something, playing it safe will not get you where you want to go. Staying in your comfort zone will not build the life you dream of. The ones who succeed, the ones who break through, they are the ones who take risks. They are the ones who jump, who bet on themselves, who are willing to walk into the unknown because they believe in something greater. But I get it. Fear is real. Doubt is real. That little voice in your head will tell you, what if I fail? What if I lose? What if it doesn't work out? But let me ask you something. What if it does? What if taking that risk is the very thing that changes your life? What if stepping out on faith opens doors you never even imagined? The real failure is not trying at all. The real regret is looking back on your life and wondering, what if? Wondering what could have been, what you could have built, who you could have become, if only you had been bold enough to take the chance. Because the truth is, you don't know how strong you are until you step into the unknown. You don't know what you're truly capable of until you push yourself past what's comfortable. Every great success story is built on risk. Every person who has ever achieved something extraordinary had a moment where they had to make a decision: stay safe or take the leap. And the ones who make it, they leap. They trust themselves, they trust the process. They understand that even if they fall, even if they fail, they can learn, they can adapt, they can grow. So ask yourself, are you willing to take the risk? Are you willing to step out, to push past your fears, to move beyond what's comfortable? Because if you are, if you truly commit to the journey, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Don't let fear decide your future. Don't let doubt steal your destiny. Take the risk, step out on faith, and watch what happens when you finally stop holding yourself back. The life you want, the success you dream about, the greatness you were born for, it doesn't live in comfort. It doesn't happen when things are easy, when the road is smooth, when you never feel pressure. No, it happens in the struggle. It happens when you're tested. It happens when you step beyond what's familiar, beyond what's safe, beyond what's easy. Because growth happens outside of your comfort zone. That's where champions are made. That's where legends are built. You see, too many people run at the first sign of discomfort. The moment things get hard, they back off. The moment they feel fear, they freeze. The moment doubt creeps in, they retreat. And that's why they never break through. That's why they never reach their full potential. Because they think discomfort is a warning sign. It's not. It's a signal. It's telling you you're on the right path. It's telling you you're stepping into something bigger than you've ever known. It's telling you you are growing. You have to learn to lean into that feeling, not run from it. You have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Because the ones who win, the ones who rise to the top, they are not the ones who had it easy. They are the ones who endured, who stretched themselves, who pushed through the pain, the fear, the doubt, and kept going anyway. Think about it. Every great athlete, every world-changing innovator, every leader you respect, none of them got there by staying comfortable. They put in the extra hours, they sacrificed, they suffered, they failed, they stumbled, they struggled, but they kept pushing. And through that process, through that discomfort, they became unstoppable. So the question is, what about you? Are you willing to go through that? Are you willing to embrace the discomfort that comes with chasing your dreams? Are you willing to step into situations that stretch you, that test you, that make you doubt yourself, but push you to a higher level? Because if you're not, if you're waiting for things to be easy, if you're hoping to succeed without struggle, then you're not really ready for success at all. But if you are, if you're willing to face the fear, if you're willing to push through the pain, if you're willing to lean into the discomfort instead of running from it, then there is nothing that can stop you. Because discomfort is not your enemy, it's your teacher. It's shaping you, it's strengthening you, it's molding you into the person you were meant to become. So stop waiting for comfort. Stop waiting for easy. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Go now, step forward, face the discomfort head on, and watch what happens when you refuse to let fear, doubt, or struggle stand in your way. Because the person who is willing to be uncomfortable, the person who is willing to do what others won't, that's the person who wins in the end. The people around you, they matter. More than you think, more than you realize. Because whether you see it or not, their words, their energy, their mindset, it all seeps into you, it shapes you, it lifts you up or pulls you down. It pushes you forward or holds you back. You cannot fly if you're surrounded by people who want to keep you on the ground. You cannot grow if you're surrounded by those who are afraid of growth themselves. Look at the people in your life right now. Ask yourself, are they challenging me? Are they pushing me to be better? Are they inspiring me to reach higher? Or are they planting doubt in my mind? Are they feeding my fears? Are they comfortable watching me stay exactly where I am? Because if they're the kind of people who don't believe in success, who don't believe in discipline, who don't believe in growth, then guess what? You won't either. Not for long. You might have big dreams, big goals, big plans, but if you surround yourself with small-minded people, those dreams will start to shrink. You have to be intentional about your circle. You have to surround yourself with people who push you, people who challenge you, people who make you uncomfortable in the best way, because they refuse to let you settle. Find people who are going somewhere in life because they will take you with them. Find people who believe in you even when you doubt yourself. People who won't let you quit. People who hold you accountable. And let me tell you something else. You need to cut off the ones who don't. The naysayers, the doubters, the ones who laugh at your dreams, who roll their eyes when you talk about your vision, who say, you can't do that. Because if you listen to them long enough, you will start to believe them. And if you believe them, you'll stop trying. And if you stop trying, you've already lost. Don't let their fears become your reality. Don't let their doubts become your mindset. Choose your circle wisely, because the right people will remind you who you are when you forget. The right people will push you back up when life knocks you down. The right people will see your greatness before you do, and they will push you to step into it. So make the hard choices. If someone is draining your energy, cutting down your dreams, keeping you stuck, distance yourself. Wish them well, but keep moving. Find your people. The ones who lift you, sharpen you, push you, the ones who want to see you win, not because it benefits them, but because they believe in you. Because in the end, success is not just about what you do, it's about who you do it with. Surround yourself with the right people, and there will be no limit to what you can achieve. You can have all the talent in the world. You can have dreams so big they shake the ground when you talk about them. You can have potential that makes people stop and take notice. But without discipline, it means nothing. Potential without discipline is wasted. Dreams without work are just wishes. The bridge between what you want and what you get is built with discipline. Every single day you have a choice. You can stay comfortable or you can push yourself. You can make excuses or you can make progress. You can wait for the perfect moment or you can start now. The people who make it in this world, the ones who rise above, the ones who turn their dreams into reality, they don't wait for motivation to strike. They don't rely on talent alone. They show up. They put in the work when no one is watching. They grind when they don't feel like it. They train when they're tired. They study when they'd rather sleep. Because they understand something most people don't. Discipline is the key. It's not about doing it when it's easy. It's about doing it when it's hard, when no one is clapping for you, when no one sees the effort, when you feel like quitting. That's when it counts the most. Because discipline is not a one-time decision. It's a habit. It's a commitment. It's the thing that separates the great from the average. You see, when opportunity comes knocking, it's too late to prepare. If you're not ready, you miss your moment. And life doesn't wait. It doesn't give second chances to those who weren't willing to put in the work. That's why you have to train now. You have to prepare now. You have to act like your opportunity is coming tomorrow, because one day it will. And when that door opens, you better be ready to walk through it. Think about the greatest athletes, the best performers, the most successful people in any field. They didn't just wake up one day and find themselves at the top. No, they got there because they earned it. Because they were in the gym before the sun came up, because they practiced that speech 100 times before stepping on stage, because they studied longer, trained harder, worked smarter. And when the moment came, they didn't hesitate. They didn't stumble. They stepped up because they had already done the work. That's the mindset you need. If you want success, if you want to accomplish something great, if you want to be more than just potential, you have to commit to it. Not just when you feel like it, not just when it's convenient. Every single day. So stop waiting. Stop making excuses. Stop telling yourself you'll start tomorrow. Start now, show up, do the work. Be disciplined, because discipline is the bridge. And if you're willing to cross it, there is nothing you cannot achieve. What is success if it only serves you? What is achievement if you reach the top and there's no one there to share it with? Real success, true success, is not just about what you gain, it's about what you give. It's about the lives you touch, the people you uplift, the impact you leave behind long after you're gone. Because at the end of your life, no one will remember the numbers in your bank account. No one will care about the cars you drove, the houses you owned, or the titles you carried. But they will remember how you made them feel. They will remember how you helped them, how you inspired them, how you made their lives better, just by being in it. Too many people chase success like it's just about them, like it's a prize to be hoarded, like the goal is to climb the highest mountain alone, standing at the top while everyone else struggles below. But that's not success. That's selfishness. Because the greatest people, the ones who truly change the world, don't climb just for themselves. They reach back. They lift others. They understand that their blessings, their knowledge, their opportunities are not meant to be kept to themselves. You have a responsibility. If you have a gift, share it. If you have knowledge, teach it. If you have climbed higher, reach back and pull someone else up. That is how real leaders are made. That is how true legacy is built. Because when you serve others, when you make it your mission to give, something incredible happens. You grow even more. Your heart expands. Your purpose deepens. And the respect, the love, the fulfillment that comes from knowing you changed even one life, that is worth more than any paycheck, any trophy, any applause. Think about the people who helped you along the way. The ones who believed in you before you believed in yourself. The ones who gave you an opportunity, who mentored you, who told you, you've got this. Where would you be without them? How different would your life look? Now ask yourself, who are you doing that for? Who are you pouring into? Who are you lifting up? Because the real test of success is not just what you build for yourself, it's what you help others build. It's not just about how high you climb, it's about how many people you take with you. So don't chase success just for the sake of success. Don't make it about money, fame, power. Make it about impact. Make it about purpose. Make it about service. Because when it's all said and done, the greatest measure of your life will not be what you achieved. It will be how many lives you touched. That is the legacy that lasts. That is the kind of success that truly matters. Fear will talk you out of your dreams if you let it. It will sit on your shoulder, whispering lies, telling you that you're not ready, that you're not talented enough, that you don't have what it takes. And if you listen to it, if you give it even an inch, it will take control. It will keep you stuck. It will keep you small. But let me tell you something. Fear is a liar. It has no real power. It only wins if you believe it. It only stops you if you let it. Every great person you admire, every success story you've ever heard, every champion, every leader, every innovator, they all had fear. They all heard the same voices of doubt, but the difference is they moved anyway. They felt the fear and they took the step. They understood that courage is not the absence of fear. It's moving forward in spite of it. You cannot wait for fear to disappear. It won't. You can't wait to feel ready. You never will. You have to act now, before the confidence comes, before the doubt fades. Because confidence doesn't come before action. Every time you push through fear, every time you do the thing that scares you, you take its power away. You show yourself what you're capable of. You build the belief that you can do it. Think about the times in your life when you let fear stop you. The moments when you held back, when you stayed quiet, when you walked away from an opportunity because that voice in your head said, "What if you fail?" And now, think about what could have happened if you had pushed through. Where would you be today if you had stepped forward instead of shrinking back? Regret is far heavier than fear. Fear lasts for a moment, but regret stays with you. It lingers. It whispers, "You could have done more, you could have tried," and that is a weight you do not want to carry. So from this moment on, make a decision. Fear will not control you. Fear will not dictate your choices. Fear will not rob you of the life you are meant to live. Feel it, acknowledge it, and then move forward anyway, because on the other side of fear is everything you're working for. The dream, the opportunity, the success. And if you let fear stop you, you will never know what could have been. So take the step, make the call, say yes to the opportunity, raise your hand, speak up, bet on yourself, because fear is nothing compared to the power inside of you. And the day you stop letting it control you, that's the day you step into your greatness. One day your time will be up. One day the clock will stop ticking, the curtain will close, and all that will be left of you is the impact you made, the lives you touched, the love you gave, the difference you made. No one is promised forever. No one escapes that final moment. So the question is not if your time will come, but what will you leave behind when it does? Will people remember you as someone who played it safe, who stayed in their comfort zone, who let fear and doubt hold them back? Or will they remember you as someone who lived boldly, who chased their dreams with everything they had, who made the most of every second? Because when that day comes, it won't matter how much money you made, how many awards you won, how big your house was. What will matter is how you lived, who you lifted, who you inspired. Your legacy is not built in one moment. It's built in the choices you make every single day. It's built in the way you treat people, in the work you put in the risks you take, in the way you refuse to settle for anything less than your full potential. It's built when you decide that your life is about more than just you, that your success is not just for your own benefit, but for the people around you, for the next generation, for the world you will one day leave behind. Too many people live like they have all the time in the world, like they can keep waiting, keep pushing their dreams to tomorrow, keep holding back. But tomorrow is not promised. There are people right now who thought they had more time, who thought they could wait until next week, next month, next year, only to realize too late that their time was already up. So what are you waiting for? What are you holding back? If you have a dream, chase it. If you have a talent, use it. If you have love to give it freely. If you have wisdom, share it. If you can make a difference, make it now. Because the legacy you leave is not about one big moment. It's about how you live every moment. One day, people will speak your name for the last time. They will tell stories about who you were, what you did, how you made them feel. Make sure those stories are worth telling. Make sure you leave behind something real, something powerful, something bigger than you. Because at the end of your life, the only thing that will matter is not what you took from the world, but what you gave to it. Make sure that when you leave this world, you leave it better than you found it. That is what it means to leave a legacy. That is what it means to truly live. So I'll say it again. If you're going to fail, fail big. Don't hold back. Don't settle. Don't let fear dictate your life. Go after your dreams with everything you have. Because success is not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you get back up. And if you keep getting up, you will win. Now go out there and fail big.